Welcome back! That's not what you're doing. Don't you think it could be just a coincidence? Huh.
Whoa! What's this room for?
Hey!
Odette? What brings you all here? Found you! We've been looking for all of you. We couldn't find you anywhere in the main building, so we wondered if you might be here.
Word up.
Sorry for putting you guys out.
Well, not all of us are here for you. So this is their giant telescope. I've seen one in the Imperial Museum too, but it's so cool.
Oh! Can we take a look through it?
It's nice seeing this place this lively again. It's been so long.
All of us are here for you. And you don't matter. Alright, we'll be going back to our hotel now. Just ain't trying to stay up too late because no one's keeping an eye on you. How about you come and walk around with us on the last day, Fairy? We'd love to have you. Really, your work sounds amazing, so I'd like that a lot. I'll leave the playtime to the kids then. I'm on the market for some place catered to adults. You want to join in the fun Four Eyes? I would never go to such a place. It was nice to finally meet the famous Reset too. Maybe we could talk some more another. Oh yes, I would like that very much indeed. Yay, then it's happening. Did you notice? Yeah, you managed to learn anything on your end? I'm afraid not. You heard something interesting from that genius professor, but that's about it. I'm going to leave it to that nose of yours this time. Don't burn all the work on me, huh? Great. Here's the trail. We must bid you all farewell. I should be able to meet you tomorrow morning at around 8 o'clock. I know it's a little early for good nights, but I hope you all have one regardless. Same to you. See you tomorrow. So what's eating away at you, phony man?
Huh?
Something up? Can't hide a thing from him.
I should have realized I wouldn't be able to keep my concerns a secret. To tell you the truth, I'm getting a peculiar sense of deja vu from what's happening here in Basel.
Really? Deja vu? Your main job's being a concierge, but you also handle crisis management all over the country, right? So what does this horrible net and distribution network issue make you think of more? The world 6 years ago, across about 4 years ago. Man, I forget how close, together these events are. Because you have the Liberal Blackout thing that I haven't played Sky, but I've heard the other characters mention it. Then there was, I believe, the Azure Tree. And then 2 years ago, you have the War of Jormungand, the whole Erebonia Great Twilight, and all that stuff taking place.
You're proving perceptive and knowledgeable beyond belief.
I'm not sure I've heard of both of those things before. A floating city. The orbital network was used to perform a man-made miracle. Well, no, that had to have been Reverie's plotline, right? We're in 1208 right now. So 1204 would have been... Because Cold Steel 1 and 2 happened the same time as Azure and Zero and Azure. So, I don't know. They both were caused by things you wouldn't think could exist. Okay, well then it can't be that event. Because that was a year and a half ago, not quite 2 years ago. So 4 years ago had to have been the thing with Kia and the Azure Tree, I'm guessing. And the whole continent was hacked or whatever the word is.
I'm afraid I can't answer most of your questions because they would contain classified information. However, I believe this may end with a crisis different from the ones that Mr. Arkwright mentioned.
Huh. Well, almost perfect Genesis started glowing again. There's bound to be something. No way this ends without giving us a headache. And we're gonna need to be ready for trouble.
Again, you are perceptive beyond belief.
Of course he is, man. He's been doing the job for a while. You might have only met in person recently, but I've known you for a real long time now.
Correct. What is happening here certainly falls under Code E of our regulations. But I see no harm in having someone with me during my report. We could also patrol the area at the same time. Does that sound all right?
Well, that makes sense. Fine, then come on, who are you taking? I hate to single out Fairy. So where you have to go to give this report. Your kids need to keep yourself away. I thought you would just call them. Okay. Interesting. Whoa!
Do you know what you want?
Let me tell you about art.
Don't take too long to decide. Come back soon. Why don't we see...
Ah! Okay.
Right.
Oh. Before I do that,
What are we waiting for?
Do you know what you want?
Ooh.
I hope to see you again.
I ain't got enough money for that, homeboy.
Taking off now.
My stinking glasses! So this way should lead down to mine, does it? Yeah, there, a great solution you have a request for us. I didn't expect you to help me out again. Thank you. I think we'd at least hear you out. Sorry, give me like half a second. Yeah, that'll do for now. What's got you all the way out in Basil anyhow? Especially all the way out here in the dark. You ain't up to something shady, are you? I'm just scouting locations for my new game. It has a mystery theme, so it only makes sense for it to be dark and secretive. I worked with a really bright friend of mine on this concept, so by hiring out all the kinks, I'm sure it'll be a hit. You'll solve a series of puzzles, all while using these special gimmicks that fit Basil hand and glove. Well, it'd be a spoil of fun if I told you, here, take this leaflet. Let's see. Urgent message from HQ. Cool. Secret agents, huh? Alright, I'll bite. That does sound pretty fun. Sure, we got our work taken care of, why not? Heck yeah, it is. There we go. HQ to Sprigham. We found traces of the hacker in the artisanal district. Investigate the sooted triad. I'm down. It's kind of fun. Wait, you're that kid. Oh. You're gonna
No need to be shy now. See you again. No need to be shy now.
Let's see. Can I open slots? There we go.
See you again. Well.
Alright, let's get to it. To the sooted trail. Interesting. Huh. Okay, they give him too much credit, no offense to him. I think it's the work of his helper. Must be a network expert. Okay. The hacker's long gone from this area, unfortunately. We picked up another trail elsewhere in the artisanal district to investigate the bat's roost. Yeah, good fig. Of course there's more to it than that. But given how it's written, now it's alerting to something else. The... Wait. Is it the end?
Card ready and follow the instructions.
Oh, the Basal Arrow Tram. Alright, that does make sense. BAT, an acronym for Basal Arrow Tram. Boom, there's the next message. The hacker has made their way to the door in Newtown. Board the tram and pursue them. Boom, boom, boom. This does offer an exceptional view, especially at night. Oh, I see a familiar face took the tram just before we did. Let's see here. I mean, he did get started before you. Really? It's still there? Because they've already made their move. Z-Cat number 1. And predicted what our objective is. Even I knew that one.
It's so convenient nowadays.
Hello there. See you again.
The Z1 cat. And here we are. You just got the cat almost too easy. Yeah, you in the game too? I guess I didn't know there were other people doing this. WXBC. something WX, something BC, something something. Now, I mean, it's kind of cheating if I just follow the marker, but... Hey, Elvis. The store. So, first floor, Vernon Arms. Second is Vernon's store. The building itself was Vernon Plaza. Vernon Arms are VA. That lines up with the code. A pair of ZSC goggles will spell the way.
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again.
Hey, you got stock ZCF goggles? We sure do. Here's a pair for you. They will spell you away, the riddle said. Is there writing on them? Okay. I like that, just like, oh, ho, ho, ho. If it isn't the student council prayers, we can do that. Hey,
You caught me. Good evening, Spriggan.
so little Miss Violet was behind it all. Feels oddly appropriate. I thought I'd hear that from Lang Point's own little prodigy. Well, I happen to know the game master through the net. See? Okay. Do you just know everyone ever cheats? Must have fell behind somewhere. I was wondering why you were here. It was just an excuse to work with that Percy guy, wasn't it? Don't single me out, you meanie. I just happened to hear from a certain someone about a bored-looking Aramis wandering around the city past curfew. They did make me think a little. How the heck are you even real? Oh, thanks, but flattery will get you nowhere, mister. Heck yeah. Okay. Heck yeah. How did you learn so much about the old man at your age?
That's a wrap.
Report deposited.
Heck yeah!
When boarding the Aero Trail, please help. Your authentication card.
That's kind of annoying. I didn't get anything new.
The Aero Tram's just awesome.
Hmm. I got something else to step up? Don't rock the boat. Would you freaking teleport? Or whatever, you doing some puzzle solving? We don't know all the information we gathered. You'll have a brick here. Yep. You should pick a direction and stick to it and soak in as much information as you can. There's Student Council Press side of you. Don't worry, I will. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Heck yeah. Gotta sit down and focus on my report tomorrow. The wall's being mean! Maybe I shouldn't dive too deep into those. Keep our Anya safe. Hey, what's up, Albert? Come on, we're gonna talk about then romance. Don't be such a prude. What? You're out of your mind. You can talk about my field. This dude's really freaking thirsty. He just talks about flirting all the time. So they could use a tipper tool and touch. They are kids, you blockhead. What are you guys doing here? Is that what it looks like? I don't have a crush or anything. You have a crush. Shut up. Poor kid. He's a straight and not help a brother out. I went to school in the Empire. I had this amazing group of underclassmen who helped me with my studies. Huh. Makes me wonder who you're talking about. I wonder if I know them. Sasha! Okay. Hey, James. How's the game, huh? Feels like they're just toying with me. You know what? If it weren't for the fact that I think that she has a big crush on Van, and you know, I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not saying I ship Agnes and Van because, you know, like, that's a big age gap. And I would chalk it up to more. Let's say you
Yes.
do the trick.
It should be perfect.
I think Albert and Agnes would be a cute couple. Or Katra and Agnes, probably. What's that? Ah, henceforth the computer.
Parabolic shards expanded, initiating satellite communications.
Holy crap. Again? Huh. That wasn't what I thought it was it? A low-altitude communications satellite flying 900 cell off the ground on the Sea of Stars. One of the many cutting-edge orbits you guys are operating in secret, huh?
Indeed. Vern aided in its development, and the president of Calvert has given its use his tacit approval. As long as we continue reporting data on its usage, admittedly.
Sounds like I'm alright. This is how you report HQ without the risk of anyone
That's
listening?
correct. I don't believe communicating using Basel's orbital network to be safe at this point in time. As a Code E matter, the main AI in our headquarters will begin analysis and threat level determination as soon as it has received the proper data.
Must make things easy. Having a computer do everything for you.
Something about that just doesn't sit right with me.
There's two sides to every coin, as the saying goes. Marduk ain't the only ones whose tech level is off the charts. Like, it's not even tech. It goes from martial arts, magic, and the like, too. But Genesis and Armada are much different. But whether something's above board or not, it all comes down to how you choose to grapple with it. I'm gonna try and keep that in mind.
Loud and clear, Professor Arkwright.
I think Aaron just might be my favorite character in this game. He's working his way up the ladder. At this point, I think it's safe to say he's probably in my top 10.
I was forced to grapple with that damn tyrant. I know what I'm doing on that front.
Yeah, I suppose you do. You don't mind me telling the other two all that's happening,
By all
the way.
means. Whether it's permitted under our company rules is a gray area. But that is the Arkwright Solutions way, isn't it?
Look at that. Seems I can't stop rubbing off on
So
people.
I've noticed.
Oh?
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for bothering you so late. I thought you would be in for the night by now.
No, it's you. Wait. You may have seen the satellite from the observatory, yes. I was just calling to ask for your help with something. So, at the Institute not long ago, we... Got it. We're meeting at the main gate, right? We'll be there in 20. We should grab a small fry on our way there. Of course you're here!
The preparations are coming along nicely. And this is going to be fun. Much as I wish we didn't have to leave most of the execution to that filthy worm.
He is an overseer much like myself. I am sure he will play his role perfectly. Just take care not to let the window of opportunity pass you by.
Who do you think you're talking to, puppeteer? As if I would fail.
This battlefield will soon be an essential part of the preparations for our endgame. I will be looking forward to seeing what you can do as well, Golden One.
I shall do whatever my contract asks of me. Farewell for now.
There you are. I'm glad you all came.
Oh, hey there. Wait a sec, haven't we met this chick?
Oh, I remember you
too.
I wasn't aware that you had already met. This is Associate Professor Esmeralda, another one of Professor Hamilton's students.
That's me! My full name is Esmeralda Archette. What a surprise! So you are the problem solvers I've heard so much about. And one of you is just too adorable!
Please, Essie, this isn't the time for that. I did tell her to go home, but she insisted on staying to help us.
Why must you be so cold, Katra? I could never abandon my little brother in his moment of need.
Little brother? We're just students under the same professor.
What do you mean, just? Here's what you get for being so mean. Come here!
Stop that, please!
Think we could swap bodies for a sec, kiddo? Well, the more people familiar with the place you have to show us around, the better. The bigger our group, the higher our chances of finding the intruder we're here for. That's true, I didn't see them directly, just to be clear, but biosensors detecting an unregistered individual entering the building. So they didn't use that stupid card to get in there. It's also worth considering that the security system used here is far too advanced for anyone just to be able to slip through it. The reading is correct, I'm sure. Well, let's see what we can do. Yeah, I found ourselves stumbling on clues we couldn't find earlier today if we're lucky. Bruh. Interesting. This institute is so moody at this time of night. Oh, feeling scared? Of course not. A Kruger warrior would never be scared of something like ghosts. Am I remembering all the ghost stories I heard at school or anything? That would be silly. Alright, alright. Shards? Here? Is there someone used their cipher here? So we'll go look around just in case. I mean,
that dining hall's a bit suspect, but first things first.
I thought he was about to say sus.
Additional residual shards detected.
These readings are a little denser than before.
Does that mean we're not alone?
Guess I wasn't imagining things.
Cafeteria's empty, huh? Ooh, I can't sense anyone here either. By the way, was that Green Hill girl the only one left in the building when we got here? Apart from our intruder. Not quite. Professor Conrad has already returned home for the day, so he won't be here. There are also several security guards along with Professor Callahan and his students. I tried calling out of them from the other side of the door, but they're so focused on the work to notice. I don't want to hear that from you still. She didn't care about the race, upbringing, or anything other than finding the good in people. She was the one responsible for reviving and expanding Tharbad's Oasis too, wasn't she? I can tell you how much you really respect her. So the house we visited today was Miss Mr. Cecilian's and President Hamilton to live, then. That's right, the professor took him in 9 years ago, and he's been living with her ever since. So that's why people call him her favorite. She left the country 2.5 years ago, however. That's right, he puts on a brave face, but he misses her so much. She's off trying to solve the problem in the East, so there's no telling when she's going to be back. But he never confided us. Instead, he tried to fix the problem all on his own, and Professor Cronkite's really busy at the moment, so he can't be around very much. Kato's got a pattern, huh? He was trying to sort out the problem that he had down in the mine alone, too. Kids want to act older than they are. Better just leave them be if you ask me. Did you find some zeros? Guess we better take a look. Oh, yeah!
This robo-mud acts like a real-ass dog.
Doesn't it? I spent many nights coding the design so it'd perfectly replicate a wolf's mannerisms.
Leave it to the bioengineering department's rising star to go above and beyond.
You really need to get a life.
See, nothing here. Well, that's strange. The door is ajar. Does it just open itself? No, that doesn't. Where are you going, Zeros? What is it, Zeros? There! Wait, what's that? Whoever they are, they ain't just using stealth shards. Wait for me! Heat signatures are detected. Zeros!
Wait! I surrender! I surrender!
A woman? She looks kind of familiar. Had me thinking it was that kinky cat or someone from the Mafia. Oh, who's that? She must not be a member of the facility then. Man, it did cross my mind it might be you, but I wouldn't have put my mirror on it. This here is one of Kincaid's subordinates. So it's the desk jockey's gopher?
You watch what you're calling me.
Is this an acquaintance of yours?
I was hoping not to make contact with you while I was here. But I see I underestimated just how friendly you would get with the faculty here in less than 24 hours. I did hear you had a way of conning everyone you meet into liking you, Arkwright, but you work fast.
I ain't conning anyone, I'm just that likable. Also, if you're gonna try to burn someone, maybe try to do it when you're not pinned under a dog.
You think I'm enjoying this? Just get it off me!
Maybe I can't get another. I can't get another bite of it. We sure did, though we may have overdid it a tad for it being our first day. I'll have a better idea of what's happening in the city. You do?
My name's Kayla McMillan. That's my real name, for what it's worth. I'm a second lieutenant in the CID, and I'd prefer it if that and all we discuss are kept off the record.
I thought you were here for a job from L-Sign. So the CID is also involved too, then? Yeah, we knew the CEO might try to hide stuff from us, so we kept one of our clients a secret. We just didn't expect one of the guys to use a mix of Cypher and Ramda stealth to sneak into here. I apologize for the trouble I ended up causing. My intention was to investigate, so we had to back up in the event she didn't succeed. I never expected to be found. Clearly, I should have underestimated the Institute of Science technological prowess. VO is cool. Of course, very cool. I don't get it. Why sneak in here at all? You couldn't just let us do our own thing? I assume she concluded that the current situation was too serious not to do anything. That about the long and short of it? The current state of the orbital network and distribution network is definitely a problem. I had them go down on me the other day, too. We managed to get things running again, but it was still a big hassle. But just why is all this happening? There's only one possibility I can propose. That would be an unusually intensive parallel distributing computing. I'm no expert in the field, but that's all that comes to mind for me, too. And we're of the same mind. I'm totally lost. Yeah, the heck are you guys talking about? Orbital computers have been getting bigger and faster over the past few years. Of course you know! And the bigger they get, the more orbital energy they consume. In short, yes, the larger and more complex the task you require of them, the more power they will consume. Orbitals regenerate orbit energy over time and don't generally need an external power source. Huh. That changes, however, when the amount of energy consumed vastly exceeds the orbital's ability to generate it. Yet if the orbital distribution network that serves as that external source is also heavily taxed, that leads to a temporary decrease in the amount of energy available and a spike in the amount of orbital network traffic. I think it alone wouldn't be enough to explain the issues you're here to investigate. Does parallel distributing computing really consume that much energy? It's when you borrow the processing power of multiple computers through the net to do greater calculations, right? Oh, but you know about such cutting-edge tech. Now, connecting a few terminals isn't going to consume much energy at all. But what do you think would happen if one were to connect all the terminals in the city? And do you think hacking is behind this? The flow of the orbital distribution network looks to me like it's being manipulated. If you intentionally adjust the flow on an erratic schedule, you can make it seem like issues are occurring at random. You might even call doing that my specialty. I find this here to be a distasteful, crafty way of going about it. Still, while it's possible on paper, I can't imagine a parallel distributed computing take place on such a vast scale. As for controlling the orbital network itself, that's simply unimaginable with current technology. We still don't know all there is about orbital energy and how it works. Oh, but wait! Yeah, a situation mirroring that unimaginable scenario happened not all that long ago. It was around the most recent occupation of Crossbow. There were miracles and calamities born from a large-scale distributed process that should have been impossible with our current tech. So impossible I never thought the same could happen in the Republic, even if this is on a smaller scale. Interesting, so it's referring to Lapis. Well, that confirms it then. She finally clues us in. I've heard about what went down in Crossbow, but if it's the same as that, well, that spells troubles for us. And this isn't the first time we've run into something connected to that whole incident either. Don't know if they're deliberately setting out to replicate Crossbow's deal, or if there's one thing we need to get cleared up right at the bat. We gotta assume someone's out trying to do research they shouldn't, that can only be done with parallel distributed computing. So the question becomes, who is it? I was the one asking a question with only one clear answer. Professor Callahan. Just what does he think he's doing?
Was that you, Salesian?
Professor Callahan, what's wrong,
So
sir?
sorry. I screwed up. Please, stop this. They want my...
Holy crap! Professor Callahan! What just happened? She's in the research building, right? We must hurry. What? Mister, where are you, Professor? Holy crap. Just what is going on here? Professor Callahan has gone missing and you're here with some evidence that he's been abusing his power. Well, at least I think you're the person the information will have to question me. I mean, for a day! You're some sort of plague brought down upon us? It's not their fault. This is Professor Callahan's problem. No, it's all our problem. Didn't expect you didn't. Don't act like you didn't know about his assistants being harassed left and right. Ugh. Just what do you want me to do about it in my position? It's not my place to say anything about his research. I'm sure it's one of the difficult things about being a joint venture group funded by multiple investors. Let's imagine the benefits outweigh the difficulties. Anyone could see that the professor was on a rampage. And the problems with the Orbital network and its distribution are just as clear. Let me just shoot straight with you. Was that professor linked to any strange groups? You know, like the Mafia or anything? I'd like to believe that he wasn't, but I can't say for sure. It's pretty normal for the Institute of Science and Brain Company to accept outside funding. In other words, the ground is fertile for occupation. I can't write off the possibility of all these new terminals he suddenly had on him. Stop this pointless conjecture. You have no evidence. Improvements like this were leaked to the public during such a crucial time. How about acting like a leader for once in your life? These youngsters were hired to the police, so the police and the guild wouldn't have to get involved. And while we sat here scrambling for answers, who knows what Professor Callahan is up to? Is there ever going to be a better time to now to step up as the CEO, Bill? Alright, I tell you everything I know. And please keep this just between us. Of course. Our team keeps matters like this confidential. Professor Callahan first began to change around a year or two ago. He received a request from the Republican Army to develop the next generation of weapons, something he excelled in. But when the time came to propose ideas, he lost in his own field. Professor Cronkite's was accepted. I knew that was it. Ever since, he's been doing research on his own like a man possessed. I don't know what it is he started researching, but whatever it was, it regained an immense amount of capital and manpower. And came to a point where he started seeking every sponsor he could. And about a half a year ago, a place called the Anchorville Company offered an unprecedented amount of money. Much like the Missile Trading Company is one of their shell corporations. Who are you talking about? A certain mafia. They're called Armada, and they're on both the guild and the police's radars. Professor Callahan was involved with people like that? I had heard the rumors, but expanding their territory been extended to an awful lot more as of late. Just how in the world could they have overlooked something like this? It's not my fault, I only got the info the other day. And what else could I do? Do you know what would happen to me if I put a pause on research for the Mafia? Think about the poor assistants who ended up helping them without even realizing it. So after losing against the genius professor, the Mafia's invested massive funds into his work. I would have a bad feeling about this, a very bad feeling. We're gonna be combing through this place way more than we did yesterday. I take it there are no objections? I don't like it, but I know what has to be done. Daybreak certification level you mentioned. Heh, that almost never gets issued. I'm not trying to complain, but might as well just give us A rank at this point. Don't ask for any possible sides. We already get as much around than we could yesterday with these.
I have a favor to ask. If at all possible, do you think I could accompany you? As Professor Hamilton's student, this situation with Professor Callahan isn't entirely unrelated to me, and I very much consider it my job to do something about it in her stead. Please, let me come with you.
That's fine with me. Just keep it up, our work takes priority. That means you're gonna be tagging along while we take care of business. Is that gonna be a problem? You mean like yesterday? That's fine, I wouldn't even mind helping out if there's anything I can do. I'm counting on you guys. Heck yeah. I'll start talking to any dealers who supply Professor Callahan with parts. If I hear anything back, I'll let you know. Take care of my boy. What are you talking about? What's a Genesis? Don't worry about that work stuff. I'm sure I'll fill you in eventually. Heck yeah.
I see.
I'm sorry. And we're gonna end this here. I'll pick this up here in just a few minutes. Of course, you guys, you don't know how much time goes in between these recordings unless I say, but I've got something I gotta take care of, and then I'll be right back. Thank you guys for watching. We're getting into the deep end of it. We'll see you next time on Trails. Bye.